Let's take a look at some of the advanced features of a group. One of the things you might do in a group is if you work with a teacher or teachers or an administrator and you want them to be the co-teacher of the group, which means they can post assignments, they can grade assignments, they can set students to read only, they can do everything a regular teacher can do except for delete or archive a group. If you click on the members, it'll show you the members are in the group. And you could also click on more. Let me scroll over, you can see this. And this is how you can make a teacher read only. You can click on teacher, you can make them co-teacher, or you can make them read only. By default, they're going to be teacher or student. So if you have a group and there's students who have signed up, this is where you can make that specific student read only. Remember how I showed you earlier you could default it to all users, new users being read only? So if you have one troublesome child or troublesome teacher and you want them not to be able to post to the group, but they can still turn in assignments and get grades and you can send them messages, this is where you make them read only. If you sign someone in your group that's not supposed to be in the group, you can remove them from the group right here. Well, so this is how you make someone a co-teacher. Another important feature in the group is under here. Remember how I said there's a little gear guy that's always means settings over here. Here were your group settings. And just as a reminder, if you wanted to change any of these things that you did when you set up your group, the little settings icon, group settings, you can change anything in the basic and in the advanced if you want to. Right here is also where you can write a description of the group. Group description, maximum 260 characters. This is a place to get help with Edmodo. Also under the group settings is where you can archive or delete a group. So if you have a group you don't want anymore, deleting it means it will completely go away, you will never see it again, and you can reuse the name. Now if you create a group that you want to archive because maybe you want to keep the posts or keep the assignments or have it as a reference, you can archive the group and it'll say archive 8012 Edmodo user group. You can say yes, I'm going to cancel. The one thing if you archive a group, you can't use this exact name again. So if you want to use a name again of a group that you're going to archive, just simply go into group settings and change the name of the group so you could use it again. So once again, group settings, you can change anything that you already set up originally, and under advanced is where you can type in a group description, you can delete the group or you can archive the group under advanced. Anything you do, make sure you save the settings. And notice, here's my description. So that's group settings. Let's go back to members. And remember, over here on more is where you can make them a co-teacher or read only or remove them from the group. Now, a new feature in Edmodo is under the member settings. This is where you can set all members to read only if you want. Set all members to contributors, which they are by default. Or if you hit print, it gives you options to make a printer-friendly member list. And it even says the columns to include. So if you're wondering where you can print off those parent codes, here they are. So you can print off whatever parameters you want, the member name, the username. So here's another place if kids can't remember their usernames, you can come here and find their username. Now the learning style and career goal, these are things that have to do with the student profile or the teacher profile. So if I click there, generate page, let's see what happens. Here you have the name in the group, the type of account, so you can see owner and co-teacher. Now learning style and career goals, they have not put anything. These are in their profiles. How many badges, how they get their notifications. And there's not going to be anything under parent code because these are all teachers, which is great. So you can set up how you want, and that's how you get the parent codes. One thing to note about parent codes is your parents will not be able to see other students' work with the parent code. It only gives them access to their own students' work.